Really, guys? Let's go. Starving. Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございます。
So, will you become...
Sure.
Calm down.
The pub... Regardless, that wouldn't account for the rest of the incidents where a bully ended up dead. You'd know. You're the one going up and down the whole country killing them off, aren't you? Kawhi makes number 7.
7? Damn, man.
It wouldn't take much to connect the dots. It'd lead straight to her. Reiko Kusamoto. Then they'd know that she was among the victims who got her revenge.
Yeah. And then, to Ahara's case. The link between him and Kusamoto is clear as day now if you know what you're looking for. That link... Sawa-sensei. It took me a while, but I connected the two cases together myself. It was RK. She never should have even been on their radar. In fact, they traced your name from her. Sawa-sensei knew. She suspected you were involved with the Mikoshiba murder in one way or another, right? You don't care. You see your killing spree on these former bullies like you're doing the country a service. In your eyes, this is vengeance. Actually, no. You'd call it justice, wouldn't you? Except... Sawa-sensei wouldn't have died if it was.
That was never my intent. She shouldn't have died.
No. You don't get to just brush her off like that. Like an afterthought. You had to have known you'd go down for this eventually. And you're fine if all your old students like Yui Mamiya go down with you. By then, why would you look back at your trail of blood? Why would you clean up all your carnage? It's not your problem, right? You move forward with one purpose. Send as many bullies to hell as you can. Beyond that, you don't give a shit what happens. Sawa-sensei died in tears. You didn't see what I saw. The fear she must have felt was still frozen on her face. You, Ahara, Reiko Kusamoto, you're all murderers. And so far, all of you have gotten away with it. So why did Yoko Sawa end up having to pay the price? Tell me, will you even be able to look her in the eye when you die?
I doubt it. That's gonna follow me well into the afterlife. So what now, then? March to the cops and turn myself in?
You should. If you don't do exactly that, no one will know why she had to die, and that'll be the end of her story. Everyone will keep on dancing around her death, even though she was completely innocent. Just like the cops are doing.
Afraid I can't do that. If I turn myself in now, there's only one thing that happens. Public security takes me out. And worse, Reiko Kusamoto would be compromised. And that, I will never allow to happen. Of all the people involved in this, she deserves to walk free. Her revenge was justified.
You think so?
All she did was scrape off the scum of the earth that pushed her only son into an attempted suicide. She didn't sit around crying about a legal miscarriage. She took justice into her own hands. No one has any right to indict her for that. So don't go there. Nobody lays a finger on her.
Hey, skinny ginger kid. Looks like this is gonna turn into a little more than a chat.
Good thinking.
So is your plan to kill me too? Anyone who interferes with your justice? We all get added to your body count, don't we?
The punishment fits the crime. You're just blind. If you can't see that, then you can go to hell! Stay out of my way!
How long has this been going now?
I lost track.
Call it?
Nah. They're gonna tire out eventually. Beating the shit out of each other is the way some people communicate.
I can see that.
Now let's stop him.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Haven't you had enough yet?
What?
You think it's time to give it a rest?
Hell no. Stay out of our way.
You're not looking so hot.
You got lucky I stopped when I did, you know. I had a move lined up with your name on it.
You're the one who got lucky as far as I'm concerned. I was about to kick your ass.
What a fucking mess, guys.
Hey, both of you, eat. Your food's getting cold. One of our higher-ups cooked this himself. Look good if there's any left.
Not a problem. This stuff's great.
Delicious! Man, this is the good stuff.
So that means Reiko Kusamoto could be being targeted by public security.
Right. It's possible part of the police wants to catch me as leverage against Kusamoto-san on public security orders. But that's only if public security really is behind this. You're the one who said you got that info from a cop.
Well, someone up top's been putting pressure on the investigation. That much is clear. But no matter how you slice it, the fact that you're enemy number one while RK roams free is absurd. Unfortunately, all I got out of that cop was that public security itself is who we're up against.
Public security is Japan's top intelligence agency. If they're after you, there's no escape.
Agreed.
And I guess now's a good time to make a suggestion.
Huh?
Tell me, who benefits the most from you two fighting? Huh? That'd be public security. The more you drag each other down, the easier they'll be able to get the jump on you. By the time you notice, it's too late. They've got you. That's exactly what they'd want, right? But what if you two work together? You watch each other's backs and act before RK and public security do. You might even be able to find out who's pulling the strings.
Yeah. For two enemies to join forces, there needs to be an even greater threat to fight.
Sure. I'm on board with that.
Fine, but this is only temporary. Once we finish with public security, I'm gonna make sure you answer for what you've done.
Okay. Then where do we start? Should we just storm public security at this point?
No. First, we need to confirm public security is really the enemy we're after.
Right. We'll make our move after that.
We have the element of surprise. They have no idea we're working together.
Then we'll use it to our advantage and outsmart them.
Aw, look at the boys playing nice.
If public security's trying to find some leverage against Kusamoto-san, they'll likely be listening in on her. They're the experts in wiretapping and espionage, after all. We just need a quick confirmation.
How?
We'll just give her a call.
Right here?
Yes. That way, her enemy will trace the call and pinpoint our location. And public security is the only one in Japan who can pull that off, so we'll know right away if it's them.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Wait, hold up! You saying if you call up Reiko Kusamoto, then the bad guys will start pouring in? Can we maybe not do that here?
Actually, that might just work in our favor.
Huh? Bro, why are you talking crazy?
Yagami-san, you sure about getting on bro terms without Kaito-san? Wouldn't that bum him out?
Whoa. This is amazing. What is this?
Good shit, huh? You've got good taste, bro. I knew you of all people would notice the difference.
Kuwana, when was the last time you spoke to Reiko Kusamoto?
5 years ago. on the night she killed Kawhi. We arranged it, so we'd never contact each other after that.
So you have her number then?
If it hasn't changed.
What is it then? I have an idea.
What?
We're gonna set a trap to find out if we really are up against public security. If they trace the call and they send people for us, then we know for sure it's them. That's why we're gonna call Reiko Kusamoto using a location that doesn't exist at all.
How's that work?
We'll use 2 phones that can't be traced back to us, and we'll relay your voice. Obviously you won't be wherever we do this from. Best to do this someplace with no one around. Once we see who they send in, mission accomplished.
Wait, what's happening?
Don't worry, I got it. You'll catch up, Sugiura-kun.
First, we need to know our enemy. I'll have Tsukumo prep us some burner phones.
Which means a truce for the time being?
Only while you're here. Gotta keep things civil for my brother.
Man, Zhao-san's cooking makes even the suckiest situations not suck.
Cheers to that! Hey, so Tsukumo-kun's already got the phones ready. They're burners that can't be traced back to us.
2 of them, right?
Just like you asked for.
Nicely done, Yokohama 99. You work quick. Starving. I'm starting to feel it. Pretty tasty, thanks. What a waste.
Yeah, let's go.
Wish you had. Stay down. Starving.
Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございます。
This is Tsukuma. Yagami Sheep, I've confirmed your position.
Yeah. I think I can spot whoever comes close from here. I'm gonna call Kawana on the burner now.
Understood. It's Kawana.
You ready? I'm about to call Reiko Kusamoto. Once you're connected, you take it from there.
It's been 5 years since I last spoke to her.
Yeah. Can't imagine this won't be awkward.
I know. Okay, do it.
Yes, hello?
This is Kitakata, from Kurakawa Academy.
What?
You'll have to forgive me for this, but the position I'm in required me to reach out to you. I would never have done this otherwise. I should also note, there's a high probability this phone call is being tapped.
I see. Very well, then.
It's been 13 years, Kusumoto-san.
So it has.
Kitakata-sensei. I've read about your accomplishments. To think you'd become a vice minister.
You never really know how things are going to work out.
But that's not true at all, Kusumoto-san. You were always destined to move up in the world. I've got to be honest with you. A woman as virtuous and as capable as you deserves the world and then some.
But how is Mitsuru-kun?
I'm afraid he's still asleep. Nothing's changed.
I see. I wish I had the words.
What is it you wanted?
If you've been watching the news, you probably already heard. I've become a prime suspect for a crime. They think I murdered Yokosawa in her apartment.
I've heard.
Obviously, it wasn't me who killed her, of course. Do you happen to remember Sawa-kun by any chance?
The girl from your class. She was the only one of those students who ever came to visit Mitsuru. But even then, that's been at least 10 years now. I got a letter from her once. She wanted to tell me she'd become a teacher. But I never did reply. And that was the last I'd heard from her.
I see.
So back to my question. What do you want?
I hope you weren't planning to ask me for a favor. I'm afraid the answer would be no.
No, it's not that. It's just... I wanted to let you know that at some point, someone may come to you to ask a few questions about me. I thought I should give you a heads up. I'll make every effort to ensure they won't cause any trouble for you, Kusumoto-san. I'm sorry about this. I'll try to handle it from my side.
So in your opinion, then, do you believe anything related to you could cause me any trouble?
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll be just fine.
We're almost to the signal. Kill the headlights.
2 cars inbound. Looks like we were right on the money. This proves Reiko Kusamoto's phone is compromised. And if there's one organization capable of tracing a call and moving on it, it's gotta be public security on the hunt for Kawana.
Public security is really coming straight to you by car?
No. There's no way they could mobilize their people that quickly. My guess, it's gotta be the prefectural police that they've got in their pocket. Or it's just RK.
I will say it's been great to hear your voice again. But this should be the last time you ever hear from me. I'll try my best.
I understand. Goodbye.
Hey, look. It's a drone. It has a phone attached to it. Shoot it! Shoot it down!
You sure?
Just take it down! Hurry it up! Hey! What the fuck are you aiming at?
I can't hit it! It's too small! Shit!
Damn, dude. How the hell are we supposed to chase down a drone? And where the fuck is this Kawana guy?
Who knows, man? They called us in to catch this shithead, but how the hell are we supposed to do that? It's fucked up. Do we look like spec ops?
Yeah, right. But at least you gotta shoot that thing.
This is my second time, actually. I took a few shots at some kids in a park. I aimed at the ground and sent those little shits running for their lives.
We're done here. Pack it in.
That's 6 punks and only 1 gun between you by my count.
Who the fuck are you?
If it was you guys in charge, I'm sure Kawana would have had this whole thing solved a long time ago. Well, then again, I suppose I do have to give you credit for how fast you made it here.
That was my gun, asshole!
Who's the one giving the orders? You may as well just level with me. You guys are RK's bottom rung, right?
It sounds like you must know Kawana. Well, I guess we're not gonna be leaving here empty-handed after all. Come on! We're taking this guy in, boys! Fuck him up!
Great. More of them. Let's play about that. Who sent you here?
The order came from the head honchos in RK.
You mean Soma?
Not that high up. It was one of the bosses. There's a bunch of them.
What did they tell you to do once you found Kawana?
They just said to catch him. Well, they also made it very clear not to kill him. Like we'd pull the trigger. We never even heard what our cut was.
Just another useless grunt. Tell me, gentlemen, how would you feel if you found out you were just pawns in public security's game?
We're playing what game now?
I suggest you quit RK while you can. Go tell your buddies, get them out too. Otherwise, they'll keep you in the dark, use you and toss you aside. And then, you'll end up in a ditch there's no crawling out of.
Yes?
Pardon me. You would be Reiko Kusamoto, correct?
Sir, it's a little late for this. And how'd you get in here in the first place? I've expressly forbid having visitors.
Come now. I'm a coordinator with the National Police Bureau, but I'm sure you're familiar with my Division of Public Security. Bondo is my name, ma'am.
Are you now? Well, I'm afraid coordinator is rather vague.
I have a more public-facing title as well, of course. But I'm trying to be discreet here, so let's not get bogged down with minor details. It's in our best interests. I'm afraid that won't help. I've already seen to that.
What is this?
There's a question I need answered with some urgency, Kusamoto-san. It concerns the disappearance of a certain individual.
Huh.
About 5 years ago, a man vanished off the streets of Kamurocho. I'm sure you'll recognize him. A former classmate of Mitsuru-kun here, Shinya Kawai. I believe there are things you might know. I can say that with some level of certainty as a matter of fact.
You've done it again, Tsukumo. Can't believe you found it.
I figured Mitsuru Kusamoto would be in one of the better hospitals around the health ministry. That narrowed it down to just a few locations. Then I pinpointed the exact one through sheer determination.
And that led you to Toto University Hospital. So Mitsuru is still lying in a coma there?
Yep. Reiko Kusamoto has been visiting her son every night for the past 13 years. Even after she became vice minister. If you gentlemen want to meet her in person, that would be your best chance.
But Yagami, you seriously think you can convince Reiko Kusamoto to turn herself in?
Well, I'm gonna try at least.
She's at the top of the food chain. If it comes out that she committed murder, the whole country's gonna lose it.
If they hadn't tried to hide it, nobody else would have needed to pay for it. Isawa-sensei.
Yeah. You're right.
And if she confesses to killing Kawhi, public security will run out of reasons to keep defending RK. So in theory, that should free up the police to pursue Soma about Sawa-sensei.
Totally agree with you there.
But Kawana-san's against that, right? Didn't he say he wouldn't let her turn herself in?
Yeah. That's why he's not in the loop on this.
So, you're just gonna show up? You do know she's probably surrounded by public security at all times, don't you?
Just means we gotta be prepared for that. Like the professional detectives we are.
Prepared? How?
Just leave it to us. Yagami-san, I gotta go get ready. Let's meet at Toto University Hospital.
Got it.
See ya.
So what do you need from me in this, Yagami?
Got any old acquaintances in RK? Think you can find out where Soma and Akutsu are?
You forget who you're talking to? Why wouldn't I be able to cover that? I knew a few ex-Tojo guys who go in and out of RK on the regular.
Thanks. Watch your back. If they find out you're spying on them, they won't like it.
I'll be ready. Like the professional ex-Yakuza I am. See ya.
He's rough around the edges, but in the end, he comes through.
Yeah. Turns out he's got extra time on his hands.
Why don't you hire him at your office, Yagami-shi?
I'll talk about that with Kaito-san once he recovers. Anyway, sorry Tsukumo, but we have to take Sugiura from you again.
Why start apologizing now?
What are you... Don't worry. I'll give it back to you after this. I'm sure it's bugged, and we wouldn't want anyone listening in now, would we?
We'll take a few laps around the block, and then drop you back off at the hospital. Sorry, but we just need a bit of your time.
Very well. Who are you people?
We're just local detectives, but Kitakata-sensei is an acquaintance of ours. We know about Mitsuru-kun, and we know that 5 years ago, a man named Shinya Kawai mysteriously disappeared and died.
I have no idea what you're saying.
But you do. I know how this must come across right now, so I assure you, we aren't the ones posing a threat.
Fine. What is it you want, then?
All I want is the truth. In your own words. About Shinya Kawai, and how you carried out his murder.
You're mistaken. I didn't do it.
The other day you received a call from Kitakata-sensei, didn't you? He goes by the name Koano now, and works as a handyman in Ijincho. He made that call because we needed to confirm something.
Confirm what?
Whether or not you were being watched by public security.
Public security, you say?
As it turns out, you are. Your cell phone is bugged. It can even use GPS to trace who's on the other end of the line. That kind of trace is only possible with cooperation from the cellular providers. Unless you're public security, who could pull something like that off in secret. They want to hit you where you're vulnerable. And that's what you are now after Koana. Do you understand, Kusamoto-san? You must really be something special. You were never in this job for yourself. It fell into your lap as your predecessors fell like dominoes. That's why you don't owe anyone anything. You're free of constraints. And Mitsuru-kun's tragedy even gained you public sympathy on top of it. Combine all that with a capable bureaucrat like you, there's no telling what you could accomplish. You're cleaning up house, tackling the revolving door problems. Things you know are the right moves, but with no regard for the consequences. I understand even the cabinet gauges your opinion, since you have so much public support. But I think that's also made you some enemies. Most likely whoever's holding public security's leash.
I have more than a few enemies. I'm well aware of that. And I have no doubt public security would comply with them. To be quite frank, public security only exists to maintain the status quo. The establishment is made up of various powers which control politics and finance. But naturally, each branch has its own agendas, goals, ideas of justice, which leads to all sorts of issues and hindrances, which you call constraints. The more individuals who make up society, the more unavoidable that is.
Are you implying it's public security's job to loosen those constraints?
There's more to it than that. The world we live in requires all kinds of value systems to coexist, even in chaos. But if you loosen the constraints too far, the fall of the state is inevitable. In that regard, public security's role is to stabilize and maintain the state, even while bound by constraints. In other words, the constraints of these powers are precisely what are protected by public security. So the fact that I am not caught up in all that does, indeed, make me something of a pesky...
Pesky foreign object. So to these establishment people... Yeah. You're what? Has anybody from public security contacted you? Have you been approached by any strangers?
I have my suspicions.
What are their names? I imagine what they wanted was to exploit your weakness to control you. Because if all they wanted was to eliminate you, some kind of accident would be easily arranged.
Yes. I suppose you're right.
Do you have any idea what these people are after? And do you mind sharing?
What they want is control of the pension fund, which is under the Health Ministry's jurisdiction.
Pension fund?
An independent agency within the ministry manages the National Pension Fund. It's taxpayer funded, and it's worth 160 trillion yen.
What?
And certain groups want to take bigger risks with that money, in order to generate more profit. In other words, they want the Health Ministry to use taxpayer money to gamble. They believe that's the only way to rebuild Japan's faltering economy and secure the future of this country.
I mean, would it work?
Of course. If the gamble actually pays off. But if we lost the gamble, then we wouldn't be able to guarantee anything for the citizens of this country in their golden years. That's why the Health Ministry manages those funds conservatively, even if it means the returns are lower.
Okay. I'm starting to understand now.
You do? Don't leave me in the dust, Yagami-san.
To be able to gamble all this taxpayer money to save the economy, they need a change of management. And here's Kusamoto-san, head of the office, and she's beyond the control of even the ministers. Her position has the power to take action, to override the way the pension fund is managed. But not only does Kusamoto-san have the power, she has the support of the people. If a new vice minister were to try it, they'd be stopped cold by the constraints.
So that's why they wanted to find her weakness and exploit it?
Exactly. And if the 160 trillion yen gamble were to fail, they could blame the whole thing on Kusamoto-san anyway.
Okay. Wow. 160 trillion.
I'm guessing they've already contacted you about it?
That's an assumption.
I have to ask you about Shinya Kawai. You killed him 5 years ago. I understand what your feelings must be towards Kawai, but was that really the only answer?
If you've spoken to Kitakata-sensei, then you must know about the video of how Mitsuru was treated.
I do.
Aside from Kawai, the other students pretended like nothing happened. They took no responsibility. They put on their sad faces, and they came to visit Mitsuru at the hospital. But looking back on it now, I don't think they really wanted Mitsuru to wake up. In fact, that's what they were checking on. And what did I do? I bowed my head and thanked them. It was only later that Kitakata-sensei showed me the video. That's when I knew that those kids going unpunished was wrong.
And your solution was to pull them into the quagmire? Make them accomplices in murdering Kawai?
If you already know so much, what more do you need to ask?
How's your son doing now?
He could wake up any minute now. Of course, that's been true for the last 13 years.
I see.
We transferred him to Toto University Hospital just this year, hoping they could spur his recovery. But it turns out they don't do anything much different from the previous hospital. All I can do is wait.
I get... Because in my opinion, you need to turn yourself in, Kusumoto-san.
You want me to admit to manslaughter? You think I killed a real man? I say he was less than one. Shinya Kawai. He was little more than a subhuman brute. And you saw it. You saw what that brute did to my son. I hated Kitakata-sensei. He was an incompetent teacher. An idiot who turned a blind eye to Mitsuru being tortured. But that changed when he suddenly showed up 8 years later. And then he showed me that video. He said, every bully in that video, they deserved to be punished. That it was the only way to get closure.
You took him up on it? But you of all people should have known better.
True. You're right about that. I struggled with it quite a bit. It's an unconscionable act, no matter how deep your animosity runs. But Kitakata-sensei's words hung on. I couldn't get them out of my head. I saw for myself. I went to Kamurocho, where I'd heard Kawai was working, at a girls' bar. So you know, after Mitsuru jumped that day, Kawai came to me in tears to apologize. I hadn't seen him in all that time. If he'd frozen in place when he saw me, if he'd been the slightest bit apologetic, I might have been able to stay my hand.
I take it he didn't do any of that.
Right. He didn't even recognize my face. And that's hardly the worst part of it, actually. When he saw me, he took me for some bawdy cougar on the prowl for young men. If you've got the cash, I'll show you a good time, he said. All those tears he'd shed years earlier were a farce. But I knew that. Deep down, I'd already known that. That was it. That was the moment I lost all doubt about killing him. And as for those other kids who bullied Mitsuru, they should thank me they didn't share his fate. But that's why. That's why I don't feel like I have any sins to atone for. Every night I pray he will wake up. What more can you ask me to endure?
Kawana said something similar. But you think you can repeat all that? This time say it to her.
Isn't that Sawa-san?
You and Kawana can congratulate yourselves. You got vengeance on a monster. But what you're choosing not to see is that your actions had consequences for her. It's vicious. I've seen this before. Justice for one at the cost of another. Someone innocent always pays the price. I won't I won't just sit here and watch as history tries to repeat itself. This phone isn't being traced by anyone. So, if you have a change of heart, just give me a call before you turn yourself in. That's all I had to say. We're back.
Right here okay, Yagami-san?
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to Kawana. Need to tell him I met with Reiko Kusamoto.
He's gonna be pissed, you know? He's gonna try to rip you a new one.
That's true. So you might want to sit this one out.
You sure? 'Cause I'll totally take you up on that.
Well, look who we have here. Haven't seen your mug in a while.
It's only been 2 or 3 days. Where's Kawana?
How should I put this? Would you freak out if he was right behind you?
You know, this kind of shit is why you get on my nerves.
Couldn't we have done this by phone?
I just came from seeing Reiko Kusamoto. I told her to turn herself in for murder.
What?
What did she have to say about...
That she had no sins to atone for.
Of course not. Look, what do you think you're doing? Her part in this is done. Don't drag her back into it.
This isn't yours to finish. You would just let Sawa-sensei stay collateral damage. How do you think her folks feel? They probably think you killed their daughter. And they don't know why, or if justice will be served. Do they have to suffer like that? All without even knowing the truth? Would Sawa-sensei want that? You talk about justice, but she keeps getting left out. You aren't even trying when it comes to her.
Say whatever you want, but if you cause Kusamoto-san any more pain, I will never forgive you.
That's exactly why I didn't tell you I was going to meet her.
Listen, Yagami. She hides it well, but she's never gotten over the fact Mitsuru tried to jump to his death, and she's not sure how to feel about killing Kawai. Unlike me.
If she was anything like you, I would have pushed her harder to confess.
There's no evidence that she killed Kawai. He simply vanished from Kamurocho, and the police didn't even know about it. Besides, there's no case without a corpse. Point being, she'll never be charged. Even if she did turn herself in, the police wouldn't know what to do with her.
Don't think for a second that you're getting a pass here. You've killed, what, 7 people now? Do you even hesitate anymore?
You got proof? Running around making baseless accusations. You sure you were a real fucking lawyer?
My colleagues in Kamurocho are getting ready to appeal Ahara's case. Your actions are going to be put under a microscope.
I wouldn't even call that bad news. I want the world to know their bullies are getting what they're due. And by then, I'll probably be going by a different name. Maybe even a different look.
You're just gonna keep doing this? Did Sawa-sensei sacrifice mean nothing to you?
Is that the only thing keeping you around? Truth be told, I don't think exposing everything is even in Sawa's best interest.
What?
Sawa-kun herself felt guilty. I just sent you the proof.
What is this? An audio file?
After Ahara-san lost in court, she called me. I recorded our conversation.
Toshiro-kun came running to the roof. His face was pretty swollen. And a few minutes later, a student named Mikoshiba came up looking for him. I'll never forget the fear I saw in Toshiro-kun's face. He told me about everything. The teasing, the beatings, the theft, how nobody was on his side. And yet, I had to deny all this in front of an entire courtroom. They said there was no hope, that I was the only witness with no proof whatsoever. Believe me, I never wanted to do that.
Zawa-kun's testimony in court was false, and she was racked with guilt over it.
And your first thought was to record it? When she was at her most vulnerable?
Yes. And then I played it for Ehara-san. He had the right to know the real reason his son killed himself.
All you did was light the fires of vengeance in Ehara's heart because you didn't want to be alone.
You know, I've heard that bullying is almost instinctive. That's why people who do it never stop. I mean, think about it. Would you stop cleaning a toilet just because it'll get filthy again? Somebody's always got to get his hands dirty.
And that somebody's gonna be you?
If it means I can prevent another Mitsuru Kusamoto, yes, I will keep killing. These bastards who prey on the defenseless must be punished for all to see. I wish the law would do its job. Because deep down, I don't want to do any of this.
I understand what you're saying, but you're taking it too far. Just stop, Kawana.
If you really want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me. And call it justice.
I thought you guys were gonna start another fight. It was a bitch cleaning up the mess last time.
Next time I go up against him, it won't be just a few scratches.
Well, when that time comes, take it anywhere but here.
And stay down. What a waste. And stay down. Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Are you in Yokohama again, Yagami-san?
Yeah. Is this about Ahara's trial?
Yes. Regarding the appeal. The prosecution says they want to consult with us. Off the record.
Off the record? What do you mean?
They want to discuss with the judge beforehand whether or not Ahara's murder footage is admissible evidence. The video has gone viral, of course, and nobody's really sure how to handle it.
Is the prosecution really gonna hold the line on it being a deepfake?
That's quite possible. Which is why we're meeting today in the courthouse
We will prove Ahara's innocent. Ahara's guilty of her. We don't think there was enough evidence at the first trial.
There was fiber from the victim's underwear found on Ahara's hand.
That was a trick. It was set up with cooperation from the victim.
There is no evidence it was a trick. Are you... Was there perhaps any...
No.
Did you... And stay down. It's pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。
What a waste. Let's play and stay down. What a waste. And stay down.
Yagami-san, was everything... That man, Bondo, I knew something was off about him. Is he one of the men behind it?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
I see.
Hoshinoku.
Yeah.
He's back?
He's number 2 in the... Well, I'm not sure if you're aware, Yagami-san, but RK owns some of the cabaret clubs in Kamurocho. And Akutsu manages them. If a girl makes a lot of sales, or if she becomes a rising star in the club, Akutsu apparently gives that girl a bonus.
How do you know this stuff, Hoshinoku?
Our clients come from all walks of life in Kamurocho. Cabaret...
So to sum it all up, a popular girl...
But this...
Okay, I'll leave it to you, son.
Believe me, pass by this place sometimes, but it's been a while since I've been inside.
The owner remembered you from last time. Said he wished you were there every night instead of just one.
The undercover cabaret girl of his dreams returned.
Oh, take this before you go. It's a wireless earpiece. If you end up going somewhere with Akatsu, we can use it to communicate. I'll be there in a flash if things go even remotely south.
Got it. I know you have my back.
Ah! Oh! Saori-san! Ah, it's you! Yeah. Looking at you takes me back to better days. You are a cut above. A sight for sore eyes.
Nice to see you again.
I'm fine. Last time you were here, we were a good place. But times have only gotten tougher. Now, we're just a fast and cheap dive bar.
Yes.
Keep this on the down low, but the former owner lost a bet in Mahjong, so we sold the bar. We're under RK's management now. Ever since they took over, we're just like every other seedy place. We don't even make a profit unless we're shuffling.
Well...
Don't worry, Saori-san. I'm standing by. If you need me, I'll be there in a flash.
Driver, could you tell me where we're headed?
Oh, we're almost there, miss.
We're not leaving Kamurocho, are we?
No. No need to worry.
I think he's driving to the Thug Hangout, the underground club. That's where I met Soma for the first time. I thought it had been shut down, but maybe they opened it back up.
We'll be arriving soon.
Saori-san, I presume? We've been expecting you.
Thank you for inviting...
RK takes care of people who keep the cash flowing. The fact you're here means you have a talent for it. You're one of us now, Saori-san. If you would follow me...
Certainly.
Here we go!
Ready, Saori-san?
I pass by this place sometimes, but it's been a while since I've been inside.
Can you hear me?
Here she is, Akutsu-san. Tonight's heroine, Saori-san from Queen Rouge.
Ah, and I see why. You're hotter than your reputation. Come here. Let me give you some motivation to keep at it.
I've heard so much about you, Akutsu-san. It's a pleasure to meet someone so famous.
Have a seat. I'm not gonna ask you to pour after a hard night's work. This sake is not cheap. That's cool though, right? Gotta show my appreciation, don't I?
Oh, there's no need for that.
Well, on to the moment of truth. Your bonus. 1 million yen. Quite a stack of cash for an office worker. Yeah.
It's a big pile of money for anyone.
Oh, even for lawyers? Shirosaki-sensei?
I'm not sure I follow.
This lady lawyer came poking around before. Except she was trying to find out about Kauai at the time.
You see, when it comes to Kamurocho, we have eyes everywhere. Anybody suspicious gets reported to us fast. Most of the eyes working for me or Soma are spies in the police force. And now, we've got a law lady in the bag. So what do you want with me? Who sent you here, huh?
Well, this took a turn for the worse, didn't it?
You're only just noticing that. Kinda slow for a lawyer, aren't you?
Oh, I didn't mean for me. It just got worse. For you.
What the?
Man, you were harder to find than I thought, Akutsu.
Wow, so it was you pulling Saori-chan's strings.
Hell of a sight. Some piece of shit ex-Tojo man thinks he's king of the hill now?
Don't make me laugh. You're the worthless pile of shit, Higashi. Props for having the spine to show up here without backup. And after you barely escaped with your life, Yagami.
Hold that thought. This isn't the whole party.
Huh?
The only guy I really want to fuck up is Soma. I guess I'll have to settle for you losers tonight.
Kaito. Couldn't just stay dead, huh?
Nice work, Sari-san. We'll take it from here, but could you ring the gong for us?
What?
Nothing kicks off a fight better than a beauty ringing a gong.
Yeah. Give us something to get the mood going.
Okay. Well then. Gentlemen, do your
Get ready.
Let's go! Hell yeah!
Here we go!
Shit!
can't run anymore, Akatsu. Can we talk now? Where's Soma? Where's he hiding?
I don't know. He moves around more than I do.
Really? Are you really just another one of his pawns? Just gonna cover for him and obey his every word?
Soma can tell when someone's lying. He's always been able to. I won't be able to get away with bullshitting him. Friend or foe, if he finds a traitor, he stomps the rat dead. He can sniff out the faintest scent of betrayal. That's why I've always told him the truth. No point trying to BS him. In this business, nothing beats the ability to detect liars.
You serious right now? You're buying into some bullshit rumors, dumbass.
You just don't fucking get it, man. He can practically see the future. He was the first to bail from the Tojo clan. Usually, you need a shit ton of money to leave a clan if you don't want to be killed. That's what it's like to be a Yakuza.
Huh. Remember who you're talking to, asshole.
But Soma, he somehow knew there was no future for the Tojo, so he jumped ship. With no money and not even a word to the bosses, just up and left.
There's no way he can get away with that.
That's what I thought. I said the same thing to him when he was leaving. I warned him, they'll fucking erase you. The bastard just laughed. He said the clan was finished. No way could they kill him. Then he had the balls to give me advice. Said I should get out too and not worry about it.
What did he mean by that?
By that point, the Tojo clan didn't have the resources to properly deal with defectors. Soma understood that. And sure enough, he left without a word, and nobody ever tried to fuck with him.
It's true. Soma was the first guy to slip out. No doubt the dude knew what was up.
While the Tojo clan was limping to its grave, Soma went underground and built the arcade network all by himself.
And that's how you became his errand boy.
What do you expect? I can't control Soma. I'm just the public face of RK. He holds the reins. I've been cool with that ever since I joined.
At least you're enough of a man to admit what you are.
Akatsu, Soma's being used by public security. Did you know that?
Public security?
Why was Soma looking for Shinya Kawai and Kamurocho?
I don't know. All I heard was somebody hired him to do that.
Why is he after Kawana? How are Soma and public security linked? Give me something. Doesn't it at least ring a bell?
I don't know, man. The fuck you mean ring a bell? I don't know shit!
Wait. Nah. But maybe.
What is it?
Doc, is it possible that Soma himself is public security?
Soma working in public security? What do you mean?
Well, public security trains people to become spies, so they can infiltrate and collect intel. Right wing, left wing, anti-establishment citizens groups. You get the picture. They usually try to find a weak spot in the org. Someone they can turn to their side. So yeah, that's one way to do it. But sometimes a cop who's already in public security goes undercover to infiltrate something like a Yakuza organization. What you get is a Yakuza who knows everything about the police and would be super good at sniffing out liars.
You're saying Soma is actually an undercover agent?
You heard what this fool said. Soma figured out the Tojo clan didn't have a future, so he ditched them. You think some street punk's got that kind of foresight? He couldn't, unless he had intel from the law. That'd be a different beast. He'd have to know the Tojo clan and Kamurocho like the back of his hand.
Including knowing that the Tojo clan would dissolve soon.
Yep. And then after he gets out, what does he do next? He makes a place for all the Yakuza coming out of the Tojo clan to find each other. Right. Where public security can easily monitor them. That's why RK is still coming to ex-Tojo clan Yakuza like me.
In other words, RK was founded by public security to manage all the displaced Yakuza?
Sure as hell sounds like their MO. No matter how many crime rings they bring down, another always pops up in its place. This way, public security doesn't have to start from scratch. They can just keep tabs on all the free agents.
But it's mind-blowing that they'd install their own leader.
Sure as hell sounds like collusion to me.
Soma? An undercover public security agent? Shit. We gotta move! Cut the fucking chit-chat!
Why?
He's gotta be fucking listening in on us right now! If he's public security and heard all that...
Get your shit together, Akatsu. What does it matter?
Don't you get it? There's no way he'd want anyone else to fucking know! Stop shooting!
Damn it. They found us.
To return justice to the courtroom.
So the two shooters were dressed as policemen?
Yes, they're the ones who shot Akutsu.
They couldn't have been real officers, though, right?
Yeah. I'm guessing Soma gave uniforms to two of his own guys. Regardless of their affiliation, they were there on Soma's orders. Kaito-san's theory is that he's actually a public security agent.
Get this, Tom. In America, they call people who go undercover moles.
Moles, huh?
If this really was public security, I can't believe they'd go so far as murder.
Soma probably thinks he's backed into a corner. Word got out he's been a plant since his Tojo days. Not even being the head honcho will save him. He'd be nothing but a rat. And RK's got plenty of ex-Tojo in it who'd want his head for that.
I hadn't considered that.
Those fake cops tried to take us out too. They'll silence anyone who gets in the way.
Hey, you think your office could post some officers at Genda's? At least for tonight.
Sure, I can get that arranged.
Shouldn't you guys have protection too, though?
I appreciate the concern. But Kaito-san and Higashi are ex-Yakuza. Not exactly a good mix, you know?
Yeah. Not happening.
You said it. Thanks, but no thanks.
Soma's probably gonna head even deeper underground after all this. But if we can track him down, we'll get the dirt on public security we need. Then we can do right by Sawa-sensei, and even bring Kawana and Reiko Kusamoto to justice.
Alright, we get it. Let's walk Saori-san back to her office first, though. We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Good idea. Don't worry, Saori-san.
Ah, what gives, sorry? You change up your look and the guys line up to protect you?
Maybe you should put some effort into it once in a while yourself.
Are you telling me this isn't effort? Yagami-kun, you had it out with Prosecutor Takano the other day. Truth be told, he only set out to do his job. It's not the best.
Oh, hey.
When I heard Akatsu was shot, I just froze. All I could think was, what if something happened to...
Couldn't spare a thought for us?
Well, we're glad
Yeah, but Soma got the jump on us. He's a bigger threat than we thought.
What do you mean by that?
We think he's working undercover for public security.
Undercover?
It's a new development. I'm sure it puts a damper on Genda-sensei and Hoshino-kun's big night out.
Huh? I only showed up because Hoshino-kun talked me into it.
You said you wanted to see what it was like in there, too!
Did I really? I don't recall that.
Incredible. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go change.
To put it lightly, looks like you guys are in for the cold shoulder for a while.
Interesting. If what you say is true, a public security agent is scooping up thugs into RK.
Yeah, and his name's Kazuki Soma. We haven't confirmed it yet, but if he really is an undercover agent, then everything starts to make sense. Public security gets to use RK as their pawns, who feed them intel from the streets.
All those scumbags are just working for public security without even knowing it.
But that setup is exactly what let Soma and RK grow so successful in the first place. For example, I'm sure the guys who killed Akutsu are RK, but they were definitely decked out in real police gear. Soma's role in public security would make getting that gear easy.
If that's true, we can't trust anyone in uniform now. Should we be concerned about the police downstairs?
Don't worry. They're here thanks to Mafia.
All things considered. Can't the police do anything about Soma?
Well, according to public security, there's no one by that name on record. So that's a dead end.
They must have wiped him from their files already.
Soma had to have been in the Tojo clan for 10 years minimum. He and Akutsu were both in the Nikyo Consortium. Higashi knows more about that stuff than me, though.
Okay, we'll ask him about it tomorrow.
I'll reach out to Higashi. We can meet at Charles tomorrow. Hopefully to get some sort of lead on Soma.
Hello?
Yagamishi, this is Tsukumo.
What? Attacked by who?
RK. They've been boosting their numbers in Ijinsho. They're probably hunting Kawana. Fortunately, he seems to have escaped them. But he's gone completely off the grid again.
How bad was it for the Lyuma?
Several are wounded, according to Tesso-san.
Did any of them see Soma during the attack?
I haven't heard for certain. All I know is that it was total chaos.
I see.
What's the plan, Yagamishi?
I'm gonna dig into Soma's past. I feel like there's something there. Could you keep trying Kawana?
Your wish is my command.
What's up, Doc? Sorry, folks. My shift's starting. One of you take over.
Oh, I'll do it, Kaito!
Great. Don't forget to block. Got it?
I won't.
Wow, man. You're a rock star to these kids.
Crazy, right? You should see Higashi with them, though.
Really?
Higashi-san, Yagami-sensei is here for you.
Lose that sensei shit, you idiot. No honorifics for assholes.
In that case, that Yagami asshole is here for you.
Talk about its emotion.
Right. Well, I do know a thing or two about Soma's Tojo clan days. He swore under the Nikyo Consortium, direct family.
The Nikyo Consortium was a pretty big deal. Even if they did bite the dust with the main family.
Right. Among them, Soma and Akutsu were both looking like officer candidates. Apparently, the Nikyo's role in the family was to handle off-the-record dirty work. No matter how much they raked in, the higher-ups took their cut and left a mess. Those two got hung out to dry, basically. Nevertheless, they sucked it up and hoped they'd be the ones on top someday. But, as you know, the Tojo clan got hit hard, disbanding before they ever even got their shot. They devoted years to the family, all to get nothing in return.
I'd be willing to buy that for Akutsu. But if Kaito-san is right, Soma was working the Tojo clan from the inside for public security. That's how he knew sooner than anyone else that the Tojo was on the way out. Being undercover, he could see the writing on the wall and plan accordingly. That's why he founded the criminal network RK, so he could gather up and monitor all the ex-Yakuza at once.
Okay, now that you mention it, RK has been dipping into the shady side of Kamurocho. They're strong-arming anyone who acts without their blessing first. You want to do shady shit? You need an RK permit these days.
Yeah. That's why the Soma's an undercover agent theory makes sense to me. If we find a concrete link between him and public security, then we'll know for sure. Higashi, who might have known Soma back then? Someone with authority, who'd know how he joined the Tojo clan.
Well, let's see. Would the Nikyo president work?
President? Not patriarch?
Same shit. His name's Irie, but whatever kind of boss he was then, now he's just another champion district drunk.
I have some questions for him. Once I have the link between Soma and public security, it'll all fall into place.
I don't know, man. You want to meet him, knock yourself out. He spends his days at a joint called Earth Angel.
Gotcha.
I'll come with you, Tak. Let's hit it.
What up? Let me put the shit to my headset.
Here we go.
Pretty sure my mic is on. Pretty sure. I just want to show you.
And stay down.
President Irie.
Uh-huh.
My name is Kaito. I used to be in the Matsugane family.
Matsugane? Ah, one of his boys, huh?
You knew my boss?
He was your classic old school Yakuza. He had duty, dignity, but he couldn't earn. Yeah, maybe he was the lucky one, dying before he became whatever I am now.
Would you mind if we asked you a few questions? This is my partner, Yagami. He's a civvy, but he was like family to the boss.
It's a pleasure.
So, what
Could you tell us about Kazuki Soma? You might know him as head of RK now.
Huh. Soma, huh? Joined the family when he was just a little sprat. Here he's quite the big shot now.
Let me buy you a drink. Mind if I join you here?
Our lieutenant scouted out Soma back in the day. He'd heard some kid was turned out.
What else is there to say, Tak?
RK is raiding a gambling den tonight. Remember that apparently the... Yeah.
Let's roll. Tak, we might be right on time.
Yeah.
Yagami! Aniki! What the hell's going on?
It's RK. They've got ex-Tojo members running a raid here.
Why?
Supposedly the out-of-towners running it won't pay RK off. And there's even a chance Soma's here.
It's a surprising amount of context.
Right. Now let's get in there.
Stop! We're just customers! Shut the fuck up, you little shit!
Hey, got a minute?
There's still more of you?
I know that face. Dude was famous in the Tojo clan. For being a maniac.
There's more like him in here too?
Is Soma here with you? Tell me where he is.
Enough with your mouth! Let's go.
Stay down.
No telling where Soma or his arcade goons are at.
Let's roll.
What is it?
It's too damn dark to see what's
Yeah.
over.
Should be a way to get the...
What the?
Oh, that's...
Suspicious. What have we here?
Interesting. Yo, guessing this is the door we gotta deal with. Just gotta figure out the path.
We might find clues somewhere else.
Let's roll, Talk.
Hey, got a minute to chat?
Please, just leave me alone.
I will, don't worry. All I need is the passcode for the door up ahead.
0508... Or wait, was it 8010?
Come on, get it.
Either 05... (0508) or 8...
Yeah.
Huh? Did you put it in right?
050...
Yeah. Nice. There's gotta be a way upstairs somewhere around here.
Yeah. Go handle business, Talk. better get ready!
Let's play by you.
Come on, bring him! That all you got? Come on, that all you got? Mother! Let's do this.
Doc, how's it looking?
Hey, just made it to the rooftop and dealt with RK. You guys are gonna have a hell of a time trying to climb up here. Let me look for another way.
Cool. Then we'll wait here a bit longer.
Okay.
Phew. That kicked my ass.
Yagami, how the hell do you get all the way up here with your bare hands?
Hey, you hear that? More of those guys might be hiding around here. And when we find them, we kill them.
Yeah, got it.
It's your call.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. That's a good boy. Kaito-san, kind of a tight spot. Mind give me a hand?
What you need, Doc?
I'm almost there, but RK's got me kind of pinned down. Can you try to lure him away somehow?
Leave it to me.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
The hell? Are there cats fighting? What are they screaming for?
Well, Doc, worked like a charm, should say.
Yeah, that was impressive stuff. Better be careful here.
Lava?
Whoa.
Time out.
Too close.
Better be careful here.
Lala?
Wow, why so?
Too close.
All right, let's go.
Lala?
Ball? Why so?
Grab. All right, let's go.
Lala?
Take a nap, bud. That's a good boy. Made it through somehow.
Hell yeah! The tatami room's downstairs. Soma might be there, so we gotta... Whoa, what is it?
They'll kill me!
Huh? Isn't that Kosuke-kun, right?
You never learn, do you? Don't tell me you're here with some poor girl's money again.
I'm not! I swear I'm not!
You're Kaito from the Matsugani family, right?
Oh, look who else is famous.
What are you doing here? You join RK too?
Dumbass. Don't lump me in with scum like you.
Are you the one who put this raid together? What about Soma? Is he not coming?
You just stepped into some shit you're gonna regret.
Hey! He's got backup!
Tons of lowlifes, but no Soma. Coming here sure did a fat lot of good.
You got this, Yagami Detective Agency! Please save my life!
At least we can say we saved fucking Kosuke-kun.
You know that guy? Lucky him. He's about to get his head split like a melon.
Hey! Take care of the latecomers. Then we're done here.
Ready? Let's go!
Let's go. Here we go.
What a waste.
Kusamoto-san, I must say I didn't... What led you to change your mind?
I'm thinking it's time to put an end to this.
To what, pray tell?
This self-serving black hole of collusion.
And how do you plan to do that?
By turning myself into the police, as you may have suspected. I murdered Shinya Kawai. For what he did to Mitsuru. I did it with my own hands. The same day he was abducted, Takata-sensei.
If you do that, you'll be branded just another killer. That would be quite a fall from grace, considering just how much you've turned the health ministry around. I'd suggest reconsidering that. We can protect your secret for you.
And in exchange, I'll have to do as I'm instructed, correct?
As with any organization, our government works within a set of constraints. Everyone has their own opinion of what they believe, and only once However, you've already forged reforming the health ministry, cracking down on embezzle. I promise you, both myself and many... However, if Reiko Kusamoto were to go from vice minister to murderer, all those achieved... In fact, the fallout could allow for even worse corruption, as I'm sure everyone who If you just let us take... They'll stay buried. Deep in...
And therein lies the... Sawas.
Yo. What's with everyone typing caps?
No better than back then. Mitsuru's classmates pushed him over the edge and didn't look back. I don't care what you say. I'm going to turn myself in.
Put this back to my headset again.
I regret not doing it sooner. Sawa-san wouldn't have had to die.
Well, it turns out you're more naive than I thought. More so than I could have planned against.
You still won. You should consider it a victory that I have to resign from my post. When it comes down to it, I'm sure that was your end goal. But you just got too greedy. You thought putting the squeeze on me would net you 160 trillion yen in pensions? Well, that's all going up in smoke. When I turn myself in, that'll be a lost cause. Now scurry off and inform your handlers.
Despite all my efforts, it seems you are more of an immovable object than I was an unstoppable force. Well, you can't reason with someone willing to lose, especially if losing means burning it all down.
I'm skipping this.
So. Come on, Aniki. Why don't you take the bench for a bit? You're still on the mend.
Shut the hell up.
Whoa.
Yep. Come on. I hit. Okay.
What a waste.
Did not mean to slam him into him at the same time, but whatever. Will do. Come on. Right.
Here we go.
Lose the katana. He can't. Okay. Bitch.
And stay down.
Get off the bed. Is my mic working? Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it's working.
Yo, time to earn our... Let's roll, Doc.
Oh, hello,
Hey.
He's out asking around about Koana-san. Although we haven't found a single trace. We're not even positive he's still in Ijincho.
Is that right? Rare to see you in a rut. Maybe we didn't need to rush over here.
Did Tesso reach out to you at all?
No. All of Ijincho's basically been at a dead stop since you last left.
I heard Soma's been running RK from somewhere in Ijincho.
Yes, but we haven't been able to pinpoint his exact location.
I see. That explains the dead stop. Hello?
Yo, I heard you're back in town.
Koana?
I'll send...
So you really are still...
Yeah. But we don't want RK or... Make sure you're not being followed first.
How?
You should know that one by now, Mr. Detective. Get to Sawaku.
Her apartment?
Yeah.
guys. What a waste. And stay down.
Main reason I'm still playing it because I'm trying to beat the campaign again.
Here we are, our own little escape route. Juana probably used this when he booked it.
Just for no echo, I'm gonna put it back to my headset. Nice.
Dang, looking sharp. You do this a lot, don't you?
I guess I'm pretty good at it by now.
Okay, ready to hop in? It's a straight path, but it's...
I'm fine. Besides, Kawana probably still feels bad about getting your place raided.
If that's true, tell him that I don't see it that way for me. RK's the only ones on my shit list right now. I'm booting their asses out of Ijincho for good.
I'm sure he'll be happy to hear it.
Get me out of this. I don't want to wear this anymore. I can. Okay. Why am I accelerating so slow?
Nice outfit, Yagami-san.
Akaike-kun, you really are wrapped around Kawana's finger, aren't you?
Please, just get in. I'll take you to Sensei.
Just you today? Where are your classmates?
Beats me. Seems like he doesn't need much help today.
Oh. This is that boat they converted into a museum, right?
Yeah, but it's empty around this time. And Sensei doesn't plan on sticking around.
Oh. Is Kawana fleeing to his next little hiding spot after this?
That's a question for Sensei, not me.
Yo! Sorry to make you come all the way out here. Being a wanted man sucks.
Pretty sweet digs for a wanted man.
Hey, this place has all the escape routes I could ever need. No one around to get caught in the crossfire either.
Funny time to start caring about how your actions affect others.
Akaike, mind giving me and Yagami-san some space?
Go ahead, Yagami-san.
I feel awful for dragging Tesso into this. RK only trashed his place because I was there. Those damn thugs really don't give a rat's ass about the Liumang.
It's public security who doesn't give a rat's ass. There's nowhere in Japan you can escape them. By the way, there's a good chance Soma's an undercover public security agent, ever since his Tojo clan days.
He's public security?
Yeah. If we can drag him out of whatever hole he's in, we might find out who's at the very top of this. And until the truth is exposed, you'll be hunted forever.
Well, that's concerning.
Sawa-sensei's murder, Mikoshiba's murder. Everything has to come to light, and in a way that public security can't sweep it under the rug. I think Ahara's appeal hearing is going to be the perfect time to expose it all.
When you say expose it all, you mean Kusumoto-san too, right? I won't lift a finger to betray her. This conversation is pointless.
Even if that's what killed Sawa-sensei? Because there is a point. Your judgment's just too clouded to see it.
Do you really know what Mitsuru was like 13 years ago? Then you have no right to speak to me that way. I'm facing the reality of bullying head-on. The rest of the world is content to turn a blind eye to the problem. Our whole society. They make a show of it when a kid commits suicide. But nothing changes about the reasons why. And every time, some bully with tears in his eyes
Bruh, ain't no fucking way. Nigga with a gun killed me. Nigga with a gun killed me.